So I'm out of pocket $10 apparently for my meal last night, my full crab. Now I, as a scheming young individual, not listen in so they can see what gong is recording. Because in the meeting,
see your gong.
They can see my gong. And so you're in there. And then I remember I think I was in Armidale.
They gonged you.
And my manager was listening on my gong. And I got into the fatties.
Really?
Yeah.
Welcome back to Critical Banter, the podcast that brings a Friday drinks chat to you. This week's episode, we got a new game. We got Minute Scrambled Eggs, and we are bringing back this segment, What Your Ex Says About You. This time we have a work/corporate edition. But for that, throughout the week, we've got me and Miguel, we have Rowie.
G'day.
And next to me, we have Senny.
Yo, yeah, this is weird. Little change up today.
Look, we got the command from the general, Migs, stop with the handheld and go to a stand. And now here I am in your seat, actually.
Yeah, we're also. Oh no, Ro's still in his usual seat.
This is crazy. This is crazy stuff.
I haven't looked at Miguel for 2 years since he's been sitting next to me. So I'm actually, the way that I look at Miguel when I talk to him is through the mirror. But now I can actually see your face. Beautiful.
Hello. And now Sen's playing tennis.
Oh yeah, I am actually. This is actually quite uncomfortable. Can you go back over there? I don't like doing this.
Kush said to move, so I've moved.
This is actually the worst spot to be in. It's actually quite uncomfortable. A couple of weeks ago, Migs, we went out and we played footgolf.
Crazy.
Which, as the name suggests, sounds, it's basically a combination of golf and football. But it's not golf played on a football pitch, if that's what you were wondering. It's football played on a golf course.
Beautiful.
So we did, I don't think they offered 18 holes, did they?
No, I think there's only 9 at the place we went to.
Would you have been down for 18 holes? I reckon after 9 I was done.
By the end of 9, could have been ravenous for a bit more, to be honest.
But I was still pretty tired.
Yeah, I was tired.
So yeah, we went and it was 9 holes. And I thought it would be like separate to the golf course. Like there would be the golf course where they have the holes, and then over here would be where you have your foot golf holes. No, we're literally playing in between. Like guys are teeing off and we're just kicking a soccer ball in between them. So we're like, it's the same like yardage and everything. And there'd be the golf hole. And then literally 20, 30 meters to the left or right would be the foot golf hole.
That actually boggles my mind.
Yeah.
Because foot golf is a fake game. And so these actual golfers are coming there, probably paying a green fees, maybe a membership, and they're having to deal with people kicking a footy.
Yeah, it would have been annoying, but I can assure you there was no membership here.
I can assure you the people playing golf were filthy casuals.
Oh, this is one of the worst golf courses I've seen in my life.
Any danger of getting hit with a golf ball?
Well, I almost got my kneecap blown off by some guy, literally on the last hole. But yeah, no, it was dirt cheap to play golf there. I think it was like $20 or $30.
Okay, so
and even
not a lot of maintenance going on.
No, and foot golf was what, $15?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so it was quite cheap to play. But it was pretty fun, I will say. So you're teeing off or kicking off where they're actually teeing off. And then it was like, the biggest one was maybe 200 yards?
I think like 250 meters.
Or was it in meters? Okay, yeah.
So was it a par 3 golf course?
No. It was...
Golf-wise?
Yeah.
Oh, golf-wise?
Mostly 3.
Yeah,
Like
okay.
3 to
3
4.
or 4s.
Right.
There was one like 5 golf-wise, which was like 7
Yeah.
foot golf.
The par was 7 for that. And there wasn't much hazards. Like there wasn't any bunkers. There's only one water hazard, but it was like a mini pond with a couple of ducks in it. But overall, I would say it was the first time I've ever gone. It was very fun, I will say.
Missed out, bro.
How was the putting? I did miss out. I'm a bit
Last minute pull out.
disappointed. Yeah, I know. What did I have that day? Oh, I was going on holidays. I have a story about that later. But
Thanks for the preview.
sorry, yeah.
Yeah, I think the hardest part was the putting. The actual driving, getting to the green. Oh, the big thing was they said we can't kick on the actual golf green. So if you got there, you had to take the ball off and like move it to the side and then continue playing.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so if you ended up on the golf green, the guy was like, don't play there, don't kick on there. And we weren't even allowed to wear studs, which was the biggest stitch up.
Yeah, first kick, Glade trips over.
When
as he
asked over
kicks.
tit.
Yeah.
It was very ominous.
And so it was hard to actually ping the ball because I was scared of just slipping over every single time.
No, but let me go back to that point. I don't understand. You said, how do you putt then?
No, they're
not on the
separate
green?
greens.
They're separate greens.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So if you somehow end up on the golf one,
yeah.
move your ball.
Oh, so I wasn't imagining on the golf green, it's like massive and then, golf
no,
course holes.
They're at least separate.
Okay, there you go. Good, that's good.
Yeah. But no, getting there was fine. It was just the putting, I reckon, was the hardest part.
You know
would
what they say? Drive for show, putt for dough.
I've never heard
They say that.
They say that.
Wow.
They say
Who are
that.
they?
Not foot golf professionals, actual golf
Is there
professionals.
professional foot golf, you reckon?
I think there is in probably the States, to be honest.
Yeah, where did this game originate? Sounds like some American.
It has to be America. They probably have the land for this, man.
Because like in golf, right? When you're putting, if you're within like 3 feet, it's kind of, you're going to make that, no doubt. What's the range in foot golf? Where are you feeling comfortable? 90% of the time you're making
probably
it.
similar because the hole is actually quite big.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So your margin for error is pretty low. But like, it's like golf. You get in your head, you're going to miss a couple putts.
Get the yips.
Yeah.
Do you find you're leaving them short or you find them you're overhitting
It's
them?
always, you always overhit it, I feel.
Because like you got to decide. It's like picking your club, right? How are you going to kick it? You're going to do a little roll? Are
If
you
you're
gonna actually
putting, it's
kick
got to be the,
You're gonna
you're
toe-
rolling.
The roll was the meta towards the
Really?
end.
Yeah, there's less margin for error with the roll. There's more control. Whereas you normally kick it, dude, it could go sideways. You could kick it too far. You could kick it too short.
But you only did the roll if you're a couple of meters away. Like you had to be very close for the roll because that was precision.
Do you do a Senny, go outside the boot just for fun?
For putting.
Yeah, on the last one, I went
That's
outside the
outrageous.
boot. Josh tried to Rabona the last one. And always putt with the flag in is what I realized.
Yeah, take the flag out, you're going to miss
No good.
big time.
That was heartbreaking. But no, overall, very good fun. I think all of us got around par 3-ish, 4-ish.
Yeah, somewhere there. I think I got on par.
Yeah, you got on par. I got 1 or 2 over.
Yeah.
And then Glade got 2 or 3 under. Overall, we were all there or thereabouts, like
thereabouts.
similar levels.
But half a day of just punting a ball.
yeah,
Yeah, it must get tiring. In not even in football boots as well. It's
Yeah.
challenging.
big time. Where were you that day, bro?
That day I was up in, where was I? Port Stephens, actually. And so had a little getaway. And basically there was a couple of things I want to run by you. So part of the deal that I booked was that you get $100 kind of hotel stay credit. And so the area, like the hotel was called Bannisters, and they have like a restaurant there as well. So I was planning to use a $100 voucher on the restaurant. So I get to the restaurant. My partner had just got a new job, so we're like, look, let's just go ham. And we got $100 off, really. So let's just, mate, we'll order whatever
Free,
we want.
really.
Yeah, so not a single, like, I saw chicken on the menu, spat at that. Give me the pippies, give me the crabs, give me the sashimis, seafood only diet that day. So we rock up, have a couple of drinks. I think the bill ends up to be, $250. And we got $100 off, right? So we're sitting here,
Pretty good.
$150, you take that every other week. And I think I booked pretty late. So the dinner reservation was from 8 p.m. and the restaurant closes at, 9 p.m. So we get in and I think it takes a long time for the food to come out. And so we're sitting there at 10 p.m. and I'm still going through the crab, the spanner crab, because they didn't give me the cracker. So I'm sitting in this restaurant, like with my teeth, like biting the shell, trying to get the crab out.
There's no way they didn't give you the cracker.
I didn't get the cracker.
Respectfully.
Is it's a proper crab. It's not like soft shell where it's easier to eat.
No,
it's
no.
like actual like hard
shell crab.
Bro,
You literally went to a crab restaurant the other day. Did
First-
they not give you a...
Yeah, they did. First of all, I realized I don't know how to eat crab.
What do you mean?
As in, I don't actually know properly the course I could
technique.
just crack it and get some meat, but it seems so inefficient the way I do it.
No, it isn't inefficient. Let's just talk about crab for a second.
Yeah, let's take a step back.
Crustacean.
When was the last time you made crabs then?
Probably a couple of weeks ago?
How'd you find the experience?
Normal. How you
That's
normally eat
crazy.
crab?
It's not worth it. Like
No,
crab is
it
honestly
is.
the most challenging
This is a very
thing
must
to
be
eat.
nice conversation as well. Just take a step back as well.
Because like
Yeah, go on.
in Indian style, you can make a curry out of it.
Yeah.
And like, I think you just like boil it, like you soft boil it in like spices and stuff. So it like gets really soft. So you don't need a cracker. You're opening it with your hand. You're just cracking it open with your
Yeah,
hands.
that's fine. I'm not talking about that crab.
So that stuff is like it's like you're not working hard for
Correct.
it. Like it's coming easy and it is worth it. I guess like, yeah, probably the more
Talking
Western
about the crab,
style
you can't
where
even
it's...
snap with your hands. You can't do it. You need the
But then
cracker.
that's why you have the cracker. Like it does
Yeah,
all
but
the work
you-
for you. You're
but
not
there's-
doing anything.
But there's ways to crack it. You can't just crack it and call it a day.
I think you can just crack
Yes,
and
you
call
can.
it
No, but
a
it's
day.
so
You
hard to
literally-
eat if you do. As in,
Yeah,
I
like, you
don't
have
think you
shell
did
in
it
your
correctly.
pieces and you don't have... Because there are ways to crack it where you can get a fat piece of meat, right?
That's hilarious.
You can get all the meat in like
Yeah.
1 or 2 goes, right? But me, I didn't know what I was doing. It took me so many different goes to do it. And then I'm mangling the crab with my hands and I'm picking up the cracker with my dirty little hands.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And then I'm using like cutlery, also dirty. Dude, you should have seen the tablecloth after I was finished eating. Looked like a crime scene, brother. I swear.
Did they give you like a little bowl of water to like wash your hands every now and
there
then?
was a tap. Like,
okay.
Nearby. So I had that.
So Ro didn't even have that.
I didn't have the cracker. So I was
Did you ask?
as in, look,
So no.
I should have asked.
You didn't ask.
That's on you.
Honestly, I just thought it was a restaurant where they just go nuts. You know, use your hands, do whatever you want. So I'm sitting there, no cracker. Fine. Fair enough. I should have asked.
But they
I
should
didn't.
serve it with, they should give you a cracker if you're ordering crab. You know, on
They
them
should.
as well.
But anyways, I didn't ask. That's on me, right? So I'm sitting there mangling this crab with my bare hands. And it gets to the stage where like you know how a friend opens like beer bottles with his teeth?
Yeah, shout out Ganesh.
It literally feels like that. Like
Yeah,
my teeth feel like they've gone through a workout and they're in pain. And then like you said, Migs, then when you do crack
Did
it.
not a single waiter see you literally manhandling and
10
wrestling?
PM, they probably went
It was 10
home.
p.m. There was one waiter left and she was nowhere to be seen. Like the service had finished at that point. They were really nice about it, to be fair. So, and then like you said, Migs, you get little shells as well. The meat is so thin and
Yeah,
tiny
yeah.
and then it's crunchy. Why is it crunchy?
Then the shells are like a prawn shell, for example, where it's uncomfortable. You can bite through it.
Yeah.
Like, you can't bite through crab shell.
It's like, yeah. It's like eating actual shells at the beach.
Yeah,
is what it felt like. Anyway, crab to the side.
It was delicious, at least.
Yeah, because I think what they do with the sauce and stuff, beautiful. You get a piece of bread and you scoop the sauce out. Dare I suggest, give me that without the crab. And I'll pay
Yeah,
you
man.
the
I got
same
a bit of
price.
roti with my Singapore chili crab.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So good, right?
Wow.
Yeah, the sauce is the best part. Anyways, 10 p.m. comes and I'm getting like, all right, I think it's time to go. We've wasted these
There's
people's
half a crab on the floor, some shit.
we wasted these people's time enough. And so I get to the front, I get to the bill. They're like, oh, how do you want to pay? And I was like, with the voucher, they said charges to your room. So I was like, no dramas, just charge it to my room. Do the signature, this and that. Check out the next day, get downstairs. I'm like, oh, I'm here to settle the bill, blah, blah, blah. We didn't really order anything else. So it was just the Bannister's meal. What do they do? They basically say, hey, here you go, sign here and we'll just charge it straight to your card. I look down and they're like, the difference is $10. So I'm out of pocket $10 apparently for my meal last night, my full crab. Now I, as a scheming young individual, think, fantastic, $250 meal for $10.
Yes, absolutely.
How good is this? My partner, who is a little bit more, far more, I would say, moral and ethical,
Has a moral compass of sorts.
went to the gentleman at the front and was like, excuse me, I knew exactly where this is going. So I'm like, shh. That's enough from you. I shook the gentleman's hand and went on my way. Thank you very much. But now I'm worried that they're going to find their mistake and I'm going to be charged. I don't know. How do they mess up a $250 order?
Yeah, I can't.
That's I can't
How do they not give you a crab cracker for a crab? So this place we've realized is not.
not run well.
Now, what's the worst that's going to happen, bro? They
They're
charge
not
you
gonna-
the actual charge.
Yeah. No,
Like,
no.
worse comes worse.
I don't think they can. You've signed for it. You've walked out. It's done.
Yeah, didn't Kush tell a similar story where his dad bought suits?
Yeah,
Like-
admire.
They charged him like the price of one
that's
suit
right.
instead of 4 suits. And Kush was giving us assurances. They can't do anything. Right? And once they charge, they charge.
Yeah.
I just love
You
when,
got away with it. You won.
It's just great when things happen like
Yeah,
this, right?
exactly.
I feel so happy. Meanwhile, my partner's racked with guilt. So should we go back and do this?
Guilt? What guilt?
What
It's not
guilt?
like you stole it. That was
Yeah.
their mistake. It's play on.
You're willing to pay the fair fee.
Exactly. If they charge you, you were going to pay. It's not like you were always looking to get away with it for
Yeah, I
free.
wasn't going to dine and dash.
So I think that's fair game.
Play
If they
on.
come back tomorrow,
Yeah,
You
would
owe
you
us.
fight it?
$140.
No, I'm not going to fight it. Like I owe that meal, so fair enough. But it's just good when good things happen to good people. Do you know what I mean?
We'll let the silence tell the listeners what our response was there. While Migs gets up his next story, I just want to say I'm being muzzled on the podcast. I'm desperate to talk about Talk Tour, and I'm getting.
What do you want to talk about, Sen?
No.
I'll give you a minute. I'll give you 1 minute.
No, I
What
just
do you
want to
want
say, did you guys see that thing the other day? It came out like the most listened to podcast in America. Like the top 3 was Joe Rogan,
I saw this.
Tucker Carlson, and then Talk Tour.
I will say, Talk to Her is a great name.
It is a great.
Unbelievably good name.
I didn't know that Jake Paul was actually kind of financing the whole thing. He's like the producer.
Now, Jake Paul's got his fingers in many little pies, that man. A lot of businesses that blokes
Smart
involved in.
guy, I will say. But
Right,
anyway, that's enough about Top
That
Tour.
is the cutoff. Migs.
I've just got one quick one. Tell me what I need you guys to tell me what to think about this situation. It's not much of a situation, but it's fine. I was just at the gym the other day, right? Busy gym. And as you know, when people go to the gym, sometimes on the floor they bring their bag, like their whole fucking duffel bag of nefarious items, chalk, roids, etc. So I'm there, and then I'm working out, and then I look forward, and then I see a guy with like a Louis Vuitton bag, but like not the bags you buy, the bags that the bags come in. So like the shopping bag.
The shopping bag.
Right,
like the
okay.
big rectangular,
orange bag.
Yeah.
So he has that. I'm like, fuck, maybe he did some shopping, right? He puts his hand in. He gets out his protein shaker.
Beautiful.
And he gets out his straps. And I'm just like, don't you have any other bags to use, boss?
What's to say that his LV bag wasn't, mixed inside that?
God.
So his protective case
case.
is the shopping bag.
That's so
That's what I had, right? I didn't know what to think of this specimen with a shopping bag, bro.
How jacked is he? That'll.
He wasn't that jacked either. He was wearing like this tank top singlet.
Yeah.
Medium size.
Medium
He's
build,
been
right.
going for a bit, but he's not like ripped or anything.
That's such rare behavior. Like that's when you want people to know that you have LV,
But
you're
you
too
don't want
scared
to
to bring the actual bag. So you should bring the shopping bag.
And look at a bit of wear and tear. It's not like, he had to make do for the day. It's his gym bag.
It's like his tote bag. Do you know what I mean? Like people bring tote bags. Critical Banter tote bags some have. He brings an LV tote bag.
There's no scenario where this is normal. Like actually, like legitimately, like not even just taking the gym aside. Like if you walked around anywhere using this shopping bag as like your duffel bag,
Yeah.
For anything
fucking
other
rare.
than your Louis Vuitton shopping for that day.
there's only one time you can use that. And that's literally, if you've bought from Louis Vuitton. Any other time, if you're using it anywhere else, you've got problems.
Yeah, I agree. Honestly, serious problems. Like, are you that insecure, essentially? You need to show off your status and your wealth. Like, I don't understand.
But if you have a bag, just use the bag, bro. Why are you
No, he's the
using...
type of guy to go buy the cheapest thing at Louis Vuitton and ask for the biggest bag that they have so he can use it as a shopping bag.
So he's got a little keychain.
Yeah, he's got like a little wallet or something. I don't know how much that costs, but he's definitely not buying a bag.
Have you ever seen this guy again?
No,
Did anyone else notice this? Or were you seeing anyone other people giving it? If it's a busy gym, surely...
no one was. Well, I didn't see anyone looking.
Yeah, might as
Maybe-
well going to the bloke next to him and be like, hey, have a look at this dude.
I kind of
In the
would,
LV.
to be honest. Like,
But
check out this bloke.
It also didn't look like he was getting looks, so maybe this was the done thing, or maybe he's notoriously the
It must
LV
be nice.
bag guy.
Affluent area, eh, Mix, where people are walking
Absolutely,
around with...
it's not an affluent area as well.
What if it was a fake shopping bag?
That's the worst part.
Yeah, he's got it off Temu.
He's bought about 20 for $10.
Oh, that is good.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, today we're playing Minute Scrambled Eggs. This is a game actually inspired by the Hamish and Andy podcast. So shout out. People have accused us of stealing games in the past. Have
You
they?
can't steal if you credit.
It's reappropriate.
Correctamundo. So, how do we play this game? New game. Basically, it's as simple as this, right? You boys went through university, went through high school. Dare I suggest most of your assignments and your exams were done the cramming the night before, potentially. So now we're going to test this skill, see if you guys still have it. So I'm going to give you a topic. It's you guys versus me. Then you're going to have 2 minutes to cram everything you can about this topic via the Wikipedia page. At the end of it, I'm going to give you 3 questions. And we're going to see how good you, how many answers you get right.
All right.
So topic number 1 is the assassination attempt of Donald Trump.
Is there a Wikipedia page for it?
There is.
The first one or the
Yeah,
second?
first one or second one?
First one, the main one.
So we're allowed to go onto the Wikipedia page now and read it.
So you have 2 minutes.
Okay.
Your time starts.
Wait, hang on. I'm typing it in, brother.
Okay.
Do we have to decide on a method to do this anyway?
It's up to us, is it?
It's
I
up to
assume so.
you guys. So
But then he's just going to listen to what we say and then just pick something we didn't look at. You know
no,
what I
I'm not
mean?
going to do that.
Okay, assassination
Let's
of Donald
align
Trump.
on the attempted
how-
assassination of Donald Trump is the correct Wikipedia page, right?
That's the one.
Right.
So how many sections are there? There's background shooting, victims per... Oh, fuck me, Dad. All right.
So there's background, shooting, victims, perpetrator, aftermath, reactions. If you pick something from see also,
Surely see also and
notes,
below is
references or
Okay.
external links, I'm coming over and punching.
Won't do it.
All right. You want to read background shooting victims, and I'll go perpetrator aftermath reactions.
Sure.
All right, and then just read the top part quickly as well.
All right. 2
All right.
minutes row.
2 minutes. Your time starts now.
2 hours later.
All right, your time is up. 3 questions, boys. How are we feeling about that cram session?
Mate, that was impossible.
I didn't know how much you could fit in one Wikipedia
Yeah.
page, right? So we split up the sections. I didn't even get through the sections, and I'll be honest with you.
Neither did I. Don't worry.
All right, question number 1.
Oh fuck me, Dad.
We'll start off with a simple one. What was the date of the assassination attempt?
Okay, that'll be a bit harder than that.
Yo, July 13th.
Correct. It's correct.
July 13th is correct.
I read the date about 20 times in this article.
Okay, well done. All right, well done. Start off with the easy one. Question 2. What hospital was Trump sent to after the accident?
Okay.
The aftermath was your
It was.
area of expertise. I can tell you it happened in Butler, Pennsylvania. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the obvious answer is
Butler Hospital.
I'll say Butler Private Hospital.
Oh, very close. Butler Memorial Hospital.
Oh, damn
They
it.
do throw in memorial in the States.
All right, 1 out of 3. So, we all know what the shooter's name was. Question 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what was that? Thomas Matthew Crooks.
Was that actually the question?
Yeah.
No, that's his name.
Oh, okay,
I know his
right,
name.
right.
Yeah. But how old was Thomas?
It was 20.
Well done. Wow, we 2 out of 3.
2 out of 3. We'll take that.
All right, you get the hang of the game.
Yeah.
Okay,
all right.
very simple. All right, we move on to the next topic of which you will cram. The 2024 Summer Olympics.
Oh my
Dude,
God.
that Wikipedia page is going to be fat.
So I'll give you a chance to have a look.
Not the Paralympics.
I think actually the Paralympics is included within this Wikipedia page.
No, surely it's separate.
So we've got, what do we have sent? We got the top, of course. We got host selection, development and preparations,
Mm.
the games, participating national Olympic committees, got the calendar, medal table, marketing, broadcasting rights, concerns and controversies. There's a lot to
Fucking
get
hell.
through.
Mm.
All right, I'll take the top 4. You take the bottom 4.
Then we'll go from there.
Sure.
Sure.
We'll go from there. All right.
All
you
right.
go from calendar down. I'll
Yep.
go from host selection down.
Sounds
All right.
good.
Your time, it starts now.
2 hours later.
All right, I hope your cramming went well there. Thoughts?
A lot to take in. A disgusting amount to take in.
Question number 1. The Phrygian Caps were the mascots of the 2024 Olympic Games. We all know that, of course.
Of course.
But what does the Phrygian Cap symbolize?
I actually did not even see any of these
Oh, that was
words
my
within
section.
reading. Oh, was it? Okay.
Under mascots, I believe.
Yeah, under mascots. So what do you mean by that? The fire.
No, it's the Caps, the Phrygian Caps. They were the mascots.
the hell are you talking about? The caps.
Yeah, the mascot in the 2024 Olympic Games was a hat.
Was it?
Yeah, put into anthropomorphic form.
Okay.
Now, what does it symbolize? What does the hat symbolize, Migs?
Look, I don't know what it symbolizes, but what I can tell you about the mascot section, it is based off Marianne, some French woman.
Mm.
The mascot's also a female to represent the inclusion of women at some Summer Olympics.
So it's a female hat.
I think so.
Okay.
In the 1900 Olympics or something.
It's great knowledge.
Yeah, dude, I've tried to pick out what he would ask and I didn't get it right. Their motto is like the female hat's motto is like it's like alone we go faster, but together we go further.
Mm.
I like that.
It's good, but it doesn't tell me what the caps mean.
Surely there's an answer in there somewhere.
But I'd like to hear, what do they symbolize? They symbolize 2 things.
They
Women.
symbolize diversity and equality, and they symbolize the French Revolution.
No, unfortunately not. Well, that's good knowledge from you, but the cap symbolize freedom and liberty. 1 point to me. Now,
Freedom and liberty. Sort of what Manu said. French Revolution.
Yeah,
Freedom.
there you
Liberty.
go.
question number 2. What event had the only podium sweep?
It's the
Oh,
it's like the BMX cycling or something.
Final answer? Then?
It's some sort of cycling, bro. The French won it all. That's what I
Oh,
read.
okay, go for it. Sure.
Yeah, BMX.
Men's BMX is correct.
Let's
1-1.
go.
And finally, question number 3. What was the name of the president of the Paris Olympic Committee?
Macron.
The Paris Olympic. I know the International Olympic Committee is Thomas Bach, and this was his last one.
Wow. Shout out to him. Long tenure.
Paris. All right. Men or woman? What's
He's a
the
man.
Olivier Mbappe?
Giroud.
Yeah.
Incorrect. Tony Estanguet.
Fuck.
You
Was
read that name? I didn't see that name once.
I didn't see it either.
I think it was in your section. Zane.
Shit.
Come on, got to cram better. Mine are low-key carrying the team here with his cramming. But I still won that 2-1. The next cram session, player, familiar to you both, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh my God.
You got 2 minutes to cram. Your time starts now.
2 hours later.
2 minutes is up. Boys, 3 questions for Ronaldo. Thoughts on the cram?
There was just so much.
The disgusting.
So many
amount.
numbers as well.
So many little nuggets he could pick up on as well. That's the problem.
Well, the question number 1 is this. Ronaldo's father, his name was Jose, of course.
Mm-hmm.
He died at 52. But what did he die of?
It was alcohol
He was an
related.
He was an alcoholic.
Yeah, alcoholism related.
Wow.
I think that's all it said. I don't think there was any more.
Liver-related alcohol
Yeah,
issue. We take it.
That's
1-0.
class, Kenny.
We'll
That's
take it.
class.
Question number 2. Ronaldo made his international debut for Portugal at age 18. Against which country?
Oh, I actually don't know. I don't know.
Wasn't it in England, maybe? The European team
No.
for sure.
Yeah, but I'm thinking it's
2003.
Think about it, he's an 18-year-old kid
Yeah, you bring him on against
bursting on the scene. You bring him against the likes of
Estonia.
Andorra, Faroe Islands.
Instead of using your actual brain knowledge, mate, use something you read in the Wikipedia.
There's too many countries, bro. There was
Yeah.
so many countries he did something against, and there was a sentence on. Setting up no clue.
Liechtenstein. Let's name a European country. It's fine.
Let's go Andorra.
Andorra is incorrect. Kazakhstan.
No, for fuck's
We're
sake.
on
It
the
wasn't
right
even
track.
a Europe country.
Question number 3. How many total appearances did Ronaldo have for Real Madrid?
Oh, boss. It's 290 something, Senny.
Yeah, he's got like 400 goals. No, 300 goals in like 200.
Where'd you get
something
this statistic, bro? Which section? Because the top is league only.
Mhm.
And then the
Has
statistics
a
page
total
is
appearances.
total like every competition.
I think statistics page is where I got
Okay.
it from.
It was there from 2009 to 2018.
Yeah.
9 years, 38 league games. That's 270, 280 odd, plus an extra, what? How many cup games would you play in a season?
Couple of semis. Is there semis, finals? No.
Yeah.
Let's say you're playing around
10?
6 plus, 10 plus other ones. Let's say 12. 12 in that 9 year period. Wait, how many years you
plus Europe.
Yeah, I'm including that.
Oh.
12,
I think
15.
cups plus Europe probably like 20.
Yeah, so
They get to the
20.
final every second year.
So 100. So 20 times 9, 180. Plus we're saying another 270. So let's say 400 and
How close? Do you have to be spot on?
Of course you do.
Then we're fucked.
we'll say 462.
League games.
Yeah. No, league or everything
No, sorry. How many games did he play for Real Madrid
in total.
in total?
I would imagine.
Oh, league. Sorry, it's league games. It's league games.
It's 290 something.
Yeah. So what's that? Can I get a calculator? Can I do the maths on this?
Yeah, sure.
No, because you don't know how many games you missed. It's definitely 29
Yeah. So
insert number.
let's just get the calculator out.
Cram in the back of your head. The
38
number was there, Migs. You read it.
38 times 9, 342. Let's say he missed. Yeah, 200. What are you saying?
There's a 2 speaking out to me, Senny.
292.
292 speaking out to me.
All right, we'll say 292.
That is correct.
Actually?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
insane.
292 on the
That's
dot.
crazy.
That is crazy.
311 goals.
I don't know how many goals. I didn't read that
Doesn't
statistic.
matter.
311 goals. That's crazy.
That is
Wow.
insane. 2
Wow.
out of 3. That's sadly that's our best one.
we
So
beat the quiz master.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh, well done, boys. That was actually excellent. We've got 2 more. The next topic is Hochtour.
Easy. I saw the Wikipedia page. It's very short.
All right, let me read it then, Sen. You can just twiddle
I
your
already
thumbs.
know it off the top of my head.
You read it yesterday.
I saw it already.
Does this have a Wikipedia page?
It's so short.
No way to split this up.
Nah, just read it.
All right. Your 2 minutes starts now.
2 hours later.
All right. Must be nice. A one page at this time.
Yeah, easy. If we don't get 3 out of 3, let's just.
But he could just pick the most obscure.
That's
But you
fine.
reckon you got it?
I reckon I got it.
All right.
Question number 1. Haley Welch threw the ceremonial pitch at which team's baseball game?
This guy, come on. Should we name all the teams in the MLB? The New York Mets.
New York Mets is correct. 1 out of 1.
Mate. On August 15th.
Yeah, I was going to throw in the date as August 15th, lad. Come on.
I was going to give you the date. Question number 2. What was the name of the YouTube channel that the Hawk Tour girl got famous on?
Give it to him on it.
I actually forgot the first. It's something and T TV.
Tim and D TV.
There you go.
On June 11th, 2024. Is that your next question?
Which Wikipedia describes as Vox Pop. YouTube interview.
I reckon we should go Vox Pop just quietly.
Well, 2 out of 2. Finally, what was Haley's job prior to being the Hawk Tour girl?
Just stop it. What's the next one, Ro?
Well, that's the last question.
Wikipedia describes her quite rudely as a minimum wage factory worker. Doing it quite dirty. I thought she was a school teacher or some shit.
No, that was the
rumor.
Conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
She was a teacher that went into hiding.
3 out of 3. Well done. You
Easy.
said 3 out of 3.
So
You got
easy.
3 out of 3. Last one, a little bit more challenging, my dear friends. Simpsons season 5.
Ah, fuck. This one's actually a long Wikipedia page.
Because they only have per episode.
All right, 2 minutes. Your time starts now.
2 hours later.
All right, cramming time over, boys. Question number 1. In season 5, episode 8, titled Boy Scouts in the Hood,
Ah, yeah, we know this one. You know this episode.
how much money did Bart and Milhouse find on the floor?
What episode is this?
It's the one where they join the scouts and then it ends with them like going on a trip on the raft and it's like Homer and
It's like a
Bart,
father-son.
the father-son.
Is this the one where they found money
Like-
for a super...
Yeah,
super
yeah.
What do they call it?
The super slushy or the, what do they call them? The Slurpee. Oh, no, slushy.
No. There's a third word. For it.
Yeah.
Anyways, they find like...
It was $20.
It was 20. Yeah.
It's a $20 one. $20 note.
$20 is correct.
It's a great episode. It ends up with them in the crabby, what's it called? Krusty Burger.
Yeah, there's
In the middle
one
of nowhere.
randomly- Yeah, I remember that.
Well, I thought that was going to stump you, boys.
Nah, dude.
No, but they bought $20 worth of Slurpee
Two
syrup, mate.
Two ultras
Come on.
who watch The Simpsons far too much.
Okay, well, question number 2. On the DVD box set,
Here we go.
they released a 4-disc set. What was the aspect ratio?
That's such bullshit. I would imagine back then it was a what?
Well, the default aspect ratio is 16:9.
16:9. Yeah.
But he's saying a 4th disc.
I think it was a 4-disc set.
It's just a 4-disc set.
Oh, so there's no special.
No, I think it's 16:9. Yeah, I was
right?
at 16:9.
Mate, stop trying to remember and work it out, boys. It was a 1 by 33 by 1
Yeah, no chance. I don't even know what that means.
aspect ratio.
Shouldn't it just be 2 numbers, your length by width?
Apparently not. Not on the 4-disc set. Score is 1-all.
That's bullshit.
Well, boys, you had to cram better. I'm sorry to say. Number 3. Maybe an easy one. Who was the voice actor for Lisa Simpson?
Come on, mate.
Come on, man. I actually don't know this one. I know other characters.
Yeah. Isn't it, her name's Yardley Smith, I think.
Yardley Smith is the correct answer.
And tell us about Nancy Cartwright,
Yeah,
and
no.
Hank Azaria, and Dan
Castellaneta.
some shit like that. Yeah.
I'll give you a bonus question if you
Oh,
want.
here we go.
The Simpsons was dubbed into one other language. What was that language?
Surely it's...
The obvious answer is Espanol.
Yeah,
but
has-
is it?
I think it is Spanish back in the day, yeah. What else would they have done it in?
That is a great point. It could be some musty language. Season 5 being Korean, for example.
Nah, not season 5.
Mandarin. You know?
Nah, I think definitely it's definitely
Espanol?
Spanish.
Yeah.
So, well, the
Yeah.
boys, you crammed very well, I got to say.
That's a tough game.
But you actually did surprisingly better than I thought. To be fair, I could have asked some crazy questions.
Yeah, I'm sure there was a lot harder questions you could have asked.
A lot of exams, HSC, uni. I like that. They asked the most random questions from the syllabus. So
But well done, boys. I think you actually beat me
No,
in
I
that
don't think
game.
we definitely didn't.
I think
towards the end, we probably got more right than
Yeah.
wrong. But at the start,
Start,
it
it
was
was
horrific.
Scraping ones.
Alrighty, as always, our episode is sponsored by our friends at Manscaped. They say, heads up, boys, and no, not the ones down there, you pigs. You filthy pigs.
Very filthy.
Is this actually what the script says?
The first part, I'm adding the filthy pigs. Listen up and forget your balls for a second. In brackets, they're great, don't worry. And meet the new MVP of your shower routine, the Scalp Buffer. No, it's not just another razor or deodorant for the Southern Hemisphere. Right, so they've listened to us, really. We've said, please, no more lawnmowers.
Please.
Man, we're sick of the weed whackers. We want something different. And so Manscaped have come in with what? What are they coming with, Sen?
The Scalp Buffer.
The Scalp Buffer. And what's the Scalp Buffer? We talked about this last week. If you're new and don't know what the Scalp Buffer is, to be honest, I was struggling as well a little bit. But basically it's for people who, you want to use the shampoo, right? You want to really massage it in, but don't use your hands. That's primitive. It's like as if, if you were pulling out your pubes one by one with your hands, that's what it would be like. That's what you did back in the day. Now they've got the Scalp Buffer to massage it into your head. Gentle, silicone, antibacterial.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like the stats go crazy.
Wow.
Now, are Manscaped addressing a problem that doesn't need to be doesn't exist?
I mean,
maybe.
Yeah, but everyone could do a little head massage.
shows how innovative they are.
Exactly right. Look, I personally never once have thought, wow, you know what I need in the shower? Something to massage my head that isn't my hands. However, when
I need to use my hands to use.
when I actually use the product, I'll tell you one thing. It's pretty good. I think the firmness is just firm in such a way that, it feels
It's comforting. It's very comforting to use.
correct because it's not too
Relaxing. It's relaxing as well.
soft. That's what I would say. And so if you want to get your hands on it, and look, we're going to tell it to you straight. We're going to tell you as is.
Exactly. We would never lie to you here.
We never lie. We never lie to anyone. So use the code TCB. 20% off and free shipping. Get your hands on the Scalp Buffer. Complete the collection is what I say. TCB, manscaped.com, 20% off.
Alrighty, back with what your ex says about you. A very popular segment on TikTok and Instagram, so we're bringing it back. This week, we have a corporate edition. So everything that is in the work life, the corporate life, we will do today. So the first one we have is your email signature. So the sign off you have when you finish up an email, what little greetings you put at the end. Alrighty, I will kick us off. My one is just the plain old thanks. So if thanks is your email signature, you're very vanilla. You stick to the basics and you're too scared to change it up and go away from the norm. Your most listened to artist is Taylor Swift and you order plain chicken at Nando's because the lemon and herb is too spicy.
Okay.
Thanks is just the default, the basic. You don't know anything. You don't want to even expand to anything else. You're not willing to give it a go. Just vanilla. Anyone use thanks?
I use thanks all the
I'm
time.
a serial thanks merchant.
Dare I suggest thanks is the only signature I use?
Yeah.
Did you ever consider using something else though?
I don't like kind regards.
Kind
My regards aren't
regards.
kind.
Thank you.
No, thank you's too much. I
Yeah.
used to be I actually,
Salutations.
I've actually never seen that.
no, I've never seen that. Best.
Really?
Yeah, best Rohit.
Best is a
Beautiful.
bit.
But surely best has to be a best regards.
No, people use best.
Just best.
What about a warm regards? I hate a warm regards.
Now, warm regards feels loving to me. You're right. Thanks is very plain.
It's cold.
vanilla. I wouldn't
cold.
say it's cold. I would just say it's neutral.
You don't think it's cold?
No, thanks is good.
Thanks, you just don't even process in your brain. It's just one of those things you don't even look at.
Well-
Like a best, you actually think about and consider what is this geezer about.
Yeah, thanks is you see it on the page. Fantastic. You don't even put any mental energy in reading the sign.
Yeah. Best is mysterious.
Best,
Best
what
what,
is this
bro?
person, man? Who is this?
I've never
To
seen
say-
a best, to be honest.
I've seen it and it's jarring.
I actually learned my first mentor at work used to sign off with best. And I just thought it was, I actually really liked it because it was a bit different, you know?
Did you adapt it?
No, I
Did you
didn't.
adopt it, sorry?
I did not adopt it. I went with my one, I went with your one, which is thanks.
Okay. Mine is cheers. So if you're signing off your email with cheers, you're either the chill, fun guy at work or you think you're the chill, fun guy at work. You probably think adding a cheers at the end of your email makes whatever heinous request you ask for a little bit better, a little bit more palatable. And there's also a high chance you sign off your email with just your initials.
So like
S.
a cheers S. Not even
S.
STS.
Yeah, cheers S.
I don't like initial nicknames.
I hate nicknames.
As in like people use it.
I
in
don't
the
mind.
office.
I actually don't mind the initial nickname.
Oh, send the email to S. Fuck
No,
off.
but usually it's like SJ.
Yeah,
You know
it's
what I mean?
usually go
Nah,
for the
in my
full-
workplace, people are adopting the Z.
What are you?
What?
A Gossip Girl character or something?
Yeah,
what are you doing?
I don't adopt. I don't want to touch it, but it's coming into the workplace.
Cheers is good. I like cheers.
I like a cheers.
Honestly, shows, keep it casual is what I feel like. In a world full of professionalism, just keep it simple.
If I'm in a good mood, cheers.
And it's
for
a nice
sure.
balance. You know, it's not too. You're not trying too much.
Yeah, exactly. It's not too try hard.
But are you dropping cheers to external clients?
Depends on how well you know them.
Mm,
So yeah, maybe.
okay.
But mostly internal, I feel.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. Look, I got kind regards as my sign off. And look, to be honest, if you sign off with kind regards, I feel like you're a naturally passive aggressive person. You like to start fights with your partner by, starting with, I just think it's funny, but you're basically asking someone to meet you in the car park, but you've got a mortgage to pay, so you can't really afford to be fired. And not only that, you then think you can communicate your aggression to the email recipient with the next email by getting rid of the kind and just having regards.
That's crazy.
But in reality, no one actually notices it or really cares about it.
I don't think kind regards is that aggressive. I sometimes go for the kind regards.
I feel like I've encountered that power play of the kind regards and just regards.
Then regards the
if
next
like
one.
if I then replied completely ignoring one part of the email, then they'll hit me back with a please see the noted above regards, like that type of vibe.
No, kind regards gives me the heebie-jeebies, bro.
Because it's not kind. In reality, it doesn't sound kind.
Like if you were kind, you'd just use thanks or cheers.
I feel like kind regards is more professional than a thanks. I see kind regards more often than I see a thanks.
But to be fair, I get shivers when I see regards. Regards actually sends a shiver down my
so
spine.
why are they not adding kind?
No, but the kind regards is like, if you want to be professional, you hit regards. If you want to be passive aggressive, you're hitting me with a kind regards.
I actually think it's the other way around. I think kind regards is the
think it's the
nicer
other way
version
around.
of regards.
I feel like if it's you need to be really professional and it's the first email you're sending to someone, kind regards is the perfect thing
Correct.
to use.
Yeah.
Internally, Matt, you're getting the 1-2 punch with the kind regards and the regards. And then the next email doesn't even have regards. It's just your name. No email signature.
Oh.
at all.
The next email would not even have a hello anymore. It's just a please see above.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
No
what
hi,
about,
no goodbye.
what about no sign off? Just the name to sign off.
That's alpha.
Are you writing a letter, bro?
Nah,
Like,
that's straight up
so-
alpha.
What about the name that is part of your default signature? So they haven't typed it. It's
Wait,
part
what?
of the signature of their email.
What do you mean?
You know how at the bottom of
Yeah,
all
you
your
have email
emails, you have
signature.
your company logo, you have your
Yeah,
name,
yeah,
etc.
yeah.
What if they've already added in their sign off in that signature?
Oh, I think that's okay.
I think that's fine as
I
well.
think that's fine.
It looks a bit
It looks a bit janky,
dude.
but I think that's play. I
Give me
don't-
respect. At least type out your name, or at least give me some personalized thank you.
By itself, what are you thinking by itself?
just the name.
Yeah,
I
sign off
hate
with
it.
Sen.
I hate it.
Really?
Yeah, it's too formal.
I don't think it's. I think it's just. I think if you have to be like a director level.
Yeah,
and above.
you have to correct. You can't be doing it as a pleb. You have to be like a partner or a director, and then just
I
your
feel
name.
like partner, you just have sent from my iPhone. You don't even have your name.
Yeah,
You
your
don't have
lowercase.
anything.
Partner director, yeah, there's no hi and there's no sign off. It's just whatever the instruction is, and then that's it.
Sent from my iPhone. That's email sign-offs. Let us know if we've missed any of the key ones. The next topic we have is work laptop. So what your work laptop says about you. I'll kick us off again, and I have a Dell. The computer, not the singer, just to be completely clear. So if you have a Dell laptop, you are a solid and reliable person. You're the friend that everyone trusts and comes to for advice. You're always happy to pick up the bill and work out the beam split between everyone. And you probably work for an ASX listed company, so you have a safe and reliable job. Sort of sums you up as a person. You're just there, you're solid, you're reliable, you can be depended on by everyone and anything.
I'm a big fan of Adele.
Yeah, got good stuff.
Can't make it
Stop.
twice in a row.
Can make it 3 times actually.
Yeah, I currently use a Dell. I currently use
A.
Dell laptop at my current place, and I must say it is a delightful laptop to use.
I feel like multiple of my previous jobs have been Dell laptops.
Oh, really?
And then if you just look around, everyone seems to have one as well. I feel like most companies use
This is
Dell
the first time I've
brand.
used Dell, the last company I worked for, and I'll get to it, used Lenovo, and that was less than stellar, I must
I
say.
feel like the Dell Latitude 5420 is the premier
choice.
corporate laptop.
It's so, yeah, you're right. It's reliable, but it's just boring, mate. You just sold your soul.
boring. It wheezes a lot because like it's probably been through like 10 employees.
You have to just put on the charger at all times, otherwise it dies in 15 seconds.
I feel like that's most work laptops though, except for maybe a Mac, but I feel like most work laptops just don't have good battery.
They don't have a good, because no one takes care of their work laptop.
That is true.
Beat up.
It's chucked around. I use it as like a table mat sometimes.
I used to use my old laptop as a table mat. You put your food on it. No way.
As in like, let's say I'm working at my desk, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm low on desk space and I need to eat.
Yeah.
Shut the laptop.
Mate, there
Put
you
the
go.
plate on top. and have a feed.
That's crazy.
That's outrageous.
What am I going to use? Things I have purchased myself?
No, that's fair. But what about just a regular table mat?
I ain't got time and space
Or
for
no
that.
table mat. I mean,
So where am I putting my laptop then?
Even on the floor, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe
but I'm treating it with the same respect then.
I used to use I didn't even have a case for my laptop. So I would just put the laptop, nude in the bag, and I'd be chucking my bag around, and you'd hear the
Clanking
damage
and
of the laptop. Seriously.
Do people have work laptop cases?
No, as in like you'll get like a sleeve or a pouch to put it in.
I didn't
right?
get that.
Oh, what?
Are you going raw?
No, but as in you didn't get one to begin with?
No, I was given the laptop. I was given to be fair, it's just aside. My first day of work, when I got my laptop, I went into the office, and right before I got into the office, my manager texted me, there's been a couple cases of COVID. So don't come in the office, just go home. I don't have a fucking laptop, right? And then they're like, I will get you the laptop. Meet me outside the office.
In the car
She
park.
comes out with gloves and a face mask on. Here's your laptop. Go back home.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's fair enough.
Drop
So probably the
pregnancy.
sleeve was low priority on that day.
Yeah, probably.
So wait, when you go into the office, are you telling me you just chuck your laptop in your backpack? That's it?
Yeah, I don't have a sleeve.
Really?
Wow. Okay, I
How
thought I was.
scuffed is your laptop then?
The Dell Latitude 5420 gets
Shut
through a
up
lot,
about the
man.
Latitude 530 or whatever. All right, I've got the Lenovo ThinkPad. So if you have a ThinkPad, you're probably too scared to open more than 3 Excel sheets because you know the ThinkPad will shit itself. The wheezing sound of the Lenovo fan is just white noise to you at this point. The Lenovo actually wheezes more than the Dell. My Dell wheezes, but the Lenovo was next level. It's called a ThinkPad, but let's be honest, you're not doing much thinking, are you? And finally, your company does not care about you. I know this for a fact. I worked at KPMG. They gave us Lenovo ThinkPads, and that's what they thought of us.
They didn't think about you.
No, we were not held in high regard. Dude, my phone has better computing power than my Lenovo. So Lenovo's are shit house. If you have a Lenovo, you know this person's not doing real work.
But I like the Lenovo, that little
The
red
mouse thing?
button in the middle.
I've never used that purposefully.
Really? I think it's a delightful little
So
invention.
you actually use it.
When I had a Lenovo, I used it. Yeah, it was good.
It's zero value ad, bro.
Yeah, I
There's
was
a
gonna
trackpad
say.
at the bottom, does the same thing.
I'll tell you what, the Deloitte, I've seen the Deloitte laptops and they have a little green dot because Deloitte has a green theme.
Branding. I like it.
Customized, fair enough. Yeah, you're right. The Lenovo, I think I might have had one at PwC. Dude, Wheeze City. In order, you got to have a couple Excel sheets that you set open. You got to have also like Chrome open, and then you also have to have like some other software. Man, I couldn't load things half the time. Not responding.
I got the MacBook Pro. So if you own a MacBook Pro, you think work-life balance means 4 hours of actual work and 8 hours of complaining about coming back into the office. The only way that you're actually returning to the office is if they're offering a Herman Miller chair and cold drip coffee on tap. But the good thing is, you're very rich. You're definitely earning 6 figures. And because you live at home, you save 90% of your income. The only thing you spend your money on is Uber Eats and a mechanical keyboard, which sounds like tap dancing in a tin can. Lastly, usually cover your laptop in fully branded, company stickers because you're a shill for the corporation and you love your office so much.
Yeah, I feel Mac is purely like tech companies only or like software designers.
You're a software you're a tech person and you're most likely a software engineer. Mate, it's all you're sticking, Canvas, Atlassian, the stickers that you get. I've seen them; they're just covered. Have you seen it?
I have seen them. Have they worked at all those companies, you reckon? Or they're just like
They're
ash
fanboys.
No, they're
just collecting them?
No, if you're working at the company, and the thing is, when you go to all these tech events,
Don't need a resume. You just show them your MacBook cover. This is where I've worked.
at the events they hand out stickers, so people just take them and then just slap it on.
Okay.
So it's a little bit much.
I've always wanted a MacBook for work.
You use a MacBook, right?
I use a MacBook Pro for work.
How much of that was inspired by your own?
Nah, honestly, a
personality?
lot of it was the software engineering part of it. I
Do
mean,
you actually need a MacBook for your particular role?
no.
Can't you just do what you do on a Dell or a ThinkPad?
I can. I personally can. The MacBook coding is better on a MacBook. That's why.
That's what I've heard. I feel like that's such a buzzword. I feel like no one's actually explained to me why it's better.
One of my software engineer mates did explain it to me, but I can't remember exactly what he said. He said something like, I think if you have a Mac, you can code for iOS and Android. And if you have like a Lenovo, you can code on it for Android, and it's pretty difficult to code on Mac. Like it makes it a bit more challenging.
That I believe.
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say, this is just a commonly held belief that everyone just passes on, but no one actually.
No, I think that's really, but I could be wrong, of course. I've spouted many a wrong opinion here.
All right. MacBook. What's next, Manu?
On to the next category we go. We have meeting background. So when you're in a meeting, a virtual meeting, and you can pick what goes behind you, this is what it says about you. So I'll kick us off. I've gone for no background. So you're raw dogging your virtual meetings,
Yeah.
no nothing. If you've got no background, you're unhinged and you have a screw loose.
Mm.
You should have so much to hide, but you're just so open and willing to let everyone know about everything in your life. From the scams you run to your eccentric political views to the literal skeleton in your closet, everyone just knows too much about you. You probably think PDD is actually innocent and that 9/11 was an inside job. That's the sort of character you are with the no background.
Dude, no background is psychopathic. It really is. Like, not even a blur. You know what I mean? I got blur, but if you're going raw,
Nah, it's
that's outrageous.
minimum you got to blur respectfully. For respect for the others and for yourself.
The only time you can do it is if you're joining one from an office and there are other people with you
Yeah, agree.
in that meeting room. Every other scenario in life, at least a blur, please.
Zoom's got blur and then like high blur.
Is
There's-
it
Yeah, I
high
think
blur?
there's
two
two
levels.
options. I think Google Meet also has
Sorry,
that.
Google Meet is what I'm talking about. Yeah,
Yeah,
Google Meet has
okay.
like half blur and then full blur, mate. Full blur all the way.
No one needs to see
What's
what's,
a
going on
half
behind
blur?
you.
It's like you can. I
You
don't
can
know.
still make out the objects behind.
Because the
Yeah.
problem with the full blur is it sometimes looks too like artificially edited.
Yeah.
So sometimes a
Who
half
cares?
blur is like a casual.
I like a half blur personally, but you know, no blur is outrageous. That's
I
ridiculous.
once accidentally unblurred on a client call and they could see like my clothes in the background and
Oh,
dude,
I'll get to that.
I've never felt that much shame before in my life.
Actually, you know what? This reminds me of a funny story. So, like, when I was working at my old company, I was in sales, and they had recently put in this software called Gong, and Gong records your like sales calls and records your video, and then
Oh,
it's
like-
like AI, and it's kind of used for training,
Yeah.
right?
okay.
But the thing is, I didn't realize this is that you could your manager can jump into like live sales calls,
Really?
so they
and
can
like listen in or actually like participate.
not listen in, so they can see what Gong is recording. Because in
They
the
can
meeting,
see your gong.
they can see my gong. And so you're in there. And then I remember I think I was in Armidale,
They gonged you.
and my manager was listening on my gong. And I, as the person in the meeting, have no idea what's happening.
Oh, so you can't see that they've.
No.
Oh,
That's
that kind of seems a bit
nefarious.
illegal.
So in the meeting, it's me, you, and the gong AI or whatever. That's like sitting there, right?
Does the client or the customer know that the gong is listening?
Yeah. Customer knows gong's listening
But for training purposes.
for training purposes, of course. But then your manager in gong.com, goes
Can enter.
live feed, and then they see everything that's going on. Anyways, I was in Armidale. I was visiting my partner, and I think she was on the bed lying down, and I thought I had positioned my camera to like avoid her in view. And then turns out you could see like her feet sticking out the side. And then my manager sends me a screenshot with a circle of the feet.
Nah, that's weird. That's so weird.
So is your call with the customer video?
Yeah.
So they can see the feet.
Yeah, they can see the feet as well. And
Okay.
then I just, you know how it's like a small window. You can't really
Yeah,
see
yeah.
exactly what's there.
But it's a big window for everyone else.
Yeah.
Oh, that's.
Did he say anything or he just sent you a screenshot with the feet pics?
Was it like a haha, it's funny, or it's a don't do this, this is wrong type vibe?
So she, by the way, let's
sorry.
be disrespectful here. She's actually like a good friend of mine. So she just circles it and just gives me question mark. And then I was in the customer call, and I obviously this
See
popped
it.
up. I see it, I click on it because my engineer's talking. And then the sense of dread that filled me with, I was like, oh,
Do you tell
no.
him, scoot?
Get out of my gong, bro.
I turned-
Stop looking at my gong.
Yeah, well, no, I told Cindy, I was like, first of all, camera went off. I was like, get your feet out of the thing.
Get your poppies out of there.
Yeah. And then actually
pay
in
for that.
the one-on-one, I had a discussion had a discussion about professionalism with my manager.
Really?
Really? That's
Yeah.
harsh, bro.
No, it's
Doesn't
pretty
she have
village.
actual work to do instead of looking at people's gong?
Honestly, I think it's pretty village. Like, imagine you're trying to sell some software and some bloke's got his missus' dogs are out.
I can
hush puppies.
understand. I can understand that.
I've gone for if you have the company background. Do you guys have company backgrounds?
Every now and again in the company chat, they send through a background. I don't know if anyone uses it,
No.
but we have one every now and again.
I think if you use the company background, you love your company. Or your house is just so dreadful and in such a shambolic state that you simply can't even use the blur. Like it won't even hide the trash that is your house. So you have to use the company background. I was thinking of either doing this or the like the fun, Zoom you can have like on if you're on a beach or like that sort of. But I actually haven't seen anyone use that in such a long time.
A lot of people for my company use that, but they
Really?
use but they don't use I'm in space, I'm in this. It's just
Yeah.
like a soft, I don't know, like the sky or something. It's like not in your face, like the outer space,
Yeah.
you're on New York and the whole landscape. Those ones I haven't seen in a very long time.
We actually, I don't think that's even allowed on our thing. It's either for us, it's no blur, or you have the whole, we have 15 or 20 company template
company
ones.
branded
But it's
ones.
That's
different.
crazy.
It's our different offices. So it looks like you're sitting in an office.
No,
so it's
they're
not-
stifling you, bro.
And then our company name at the top.
That's all right. I thought it was just your company logo on repeat.
No, there is one like that. That one looks like you just won man of the match in a Premier League game and you're standing in front of the sponsor board. No, the people who use that are rogue, but no, most of the time it is, just it looks like an office setting.
we have those virtual backgrounds. People usually sit in the coffee shop or the library or a bookshelf
Yeah, those sort of
out of
ones.
space. But yeah, it's if you're using a company branded one, that's a little bit how you go.
I think it's better than I remember when in 2020, when we first started doing it, it was all the craze coming up with your own funny backgrounds. But now I think everyone's kind of gotten over the novelty of it. Now you just use whatever, I guess, default one there
when
is.
it comes to it. All right, my one, we've hinted around at this, all right? I'm going blur. Medium to full blur is what I'm going with. So to be honest, it's the equivalent of putting a sheet over your dirty clothes when your mum comes home. You want us to think you're protecting your privacy, but really you're just protecting us from seeing the clutter and the mess that sits behind your screen. You also tend to turn your camera off briefly to quickly, clean up the mess behind you when you see that even the blur shows a little, too much mess.
Oh, yeah.
You're paranoid that if you put a virtual background, like a coffee shop or outer space, you're paranoid that, if you put that as your background, you think that other people think you're not actually working and you're outside of your office. So you use the blur because you want to seem that you're a diligent employee, but you don't want people to see the mess.
I think that's pretty fair.
Yeah,
I'm a
blurs,
big
yeah.
blur man.
I'm a virtual background man.
Really?
myself, yeah. I use, I think, Contemporary Office 3.
Is that
Why do you know that
Hangouts?
govy, bro?
Yeah, it's just a virtual wall with a little pillar somewhere. It's basic.
I feel like, I don't know. I just can't get around the virtual backgrounds.
Because I don't want people to know where I'm working. As in, I don't work, as in I work in different rooms or different or my partner's place. I just keep the virtual background so it's consistent.
Exactly. You're exactly what I said, mate.
Exactly.
But if you're, I actually,
But
have
I'm
the
not
opposite-
working from the beach. I'm not doing that.
No, but I have the opposite fear. I'm like, I don't love because I think that if you put a virtual background, you got something to hide.
But I've done it from day dot. So there's pure consistency there. If I've gone blur and then all of a sudden I'm using a virtual background one day,
That's the
then
thing.
I think I'm hiding something
Yeah,
here.
I'm in deep trouble because I also like to work from different locations, but I've gone the blur since day one.
Silly.
What if you just go no camera? Just turn the camera off. You
don't-
just see your name.
That's poor.
Don't
I think
rate
that's
it.
poor.
What about on a big, all hands or something like that? Like a big meeting.
Oh, that I'm taking from the beach. Respectfully. I just need to listen.
I had this is not my story. I heard this from someone else. This is actually I heard from someone else. There was a all hands, and then obviously everyone had the camera off, and that's fine. It was on mute, and people should have been on mute, and someone was talking, and then suddenly in the background you hear yeah, can I get a lychee muffin, please? And then obviously on Zoom, even though your camera's off, you're not on mute and you talk, you light up yellow, right?
You go straight to the top.
And you go, and everyone
Yeah.
saw, and then the director's oh, so and so, can you turn your can you mute, please?
Yeah.
Didn't hear, and then a couple of minutes later you hear, oh yeah, is that my cappuccino?
Good
So obviously
man.
this person was at a
Macca's or a
cafe.
cafe
Apparently
or
they
something.
got messaged one-on-one later on.
See, that I feel like is fair game. Because if you're in an all hands, I don't know, it's different because I've never worked at a big company with big all handses. Everything that I've been to is like cameras on, you have to be like somewhat present. But if you're just listening and you're in all hands, there's like 1,000 people in the CEO,
I think
just give
that's
them
fine
address.
as well,
Do
but
what you
just
need.
fucking at least go on mute.
Yeah, that's a
bare
village.
minimum. Yeah, so this would have been like 100, 200 people in this all hands. So like that's fine, but come on, that's
Yeah.
village.
Last category. We have so many, but we can only pick 4. The last one is outfit. So what you are wearing to the office, this is what it says about you. I'll kick us off again. My one is activewear. So if you're wearing activewear to the office, you're a wanker. Straight out, you are a wanker. You've probably come from a run club, a Barry's boot camp, or private PT session, and everyone needs to know about it. You spend your mornings shaking that little fucking protein shaker with the little ball inside so actually everyone can hear. And you take your meetings on loudspeaker in the middle of the office floor so everyone can hear. And you're just yelling about anything, even asking about how people's days, you're just yelling because you need everyone to know.
I've never seen anyone in our office with activewear, but the people who do go for a run or gym, they'll at least have the decency of changing in the change room and then coming back up. Back in the attire.
For the most part, people change, but every now and again, there's someone that just can't be bothered and they just go in their running shorts and their top and whatever, and they're just there obnoxiously.
That's crazy. That's actually outrageous. You can't be doing that. I feel like you go to the gym in the morning, maybe they do a little drive-by around the office, like to get a piece of toast, and then they go change. I've never seen anyone stay in their activewear. That seems outlandish to me.
It is extreme, but extremes happen sometimes.
I do have in terms of the protein, there's a person I know in our office who's a health freak. Like this guy's is it possible to have 0% body fat? Because this guy dead set is like a bodybuilder. So he's a freak. And I've never seen him actually eat physical food in the office.
Right.
His lunch, he has his own like protein powder that he creates. Like he gets like the 0 sugar, 0 calorie protein powder. He adds some other shit to it. He brings his own pack every day. Gets a glass from the kitchen, puts the powder in, puts some water, mixes it together with the knife, drinks it, and that's his lunch every single day.
There you go.
He doesn't eat anything else.
It's dedication, dude. He's jacked, obviously.
He's huge.
Yeah, okay.
So you've never seen him eat physical
The running
food.
joke I've said in the office so many times, I've never seen so-and-so eat physical particles of food before. Liquid only diet. Protein shake only, that's it.
It makes his own protein shake. That's crazy. That's crazy.
With a knife, with a stir as well. Look, I to be fair, at home when I drink protein shakes, I also use a spoon to stir because I can't be bothered getting the shaker. It's all lumpy and like quite gross.
This guy,
Maybe that's the food part of his thing. The
it's like
lumps.
a thick,
It's like bubble tea. The lumps are the kernels.
So there are people out there like that. Mine is if you're wearing a full suit. If you're wearing a full suit, jacket, and tie in the office, you're either in big law or big finance. You either have a client meeting or you're quickly going off to an interview at another firm. And I feel like with these people, you're either the most senior person in the firm or you're the most junior person in the firm. You never find the in-between people wearing a full jacket, tie, everything. It's always, your partners and MDs or the try-hard juniors.
That's actually so true. When I was at PwC, literally everyone in a suit was, the partners who are there. You rarely see because they're always going to the client and everything. Or just the people started a couple months ago and they still feel like they have to dress up, even though everyone else is still in somewhat more casual clothes.
Is it maybe just like if you're a junior, you're still trying to like impress and like you're still trying to, get a footing?
But it's too extreme because like managers or whatever, like they dress, let's say a polo or a t-shirt, but jeans and everything. So wear a button up if you want. Wear some suit pants. We don't need to go suit jacket, tie.
Dress for the job you want.
Dress for the job you want, exactly.
The next job you want is senior, man. And seniors, they're wearing t-shirts.
The last one we have is if you're wearing a Ralph Lauren button-up. So to be honest, if you're wearing a Ralph Lauren button-up, you're the office NPC, in my opinion. You've got a set of 6 of those on rotation. You got the white one, classic Mondays, Tuesday pink one, Wednesday blue one, and you just keep rotating. It's basically the only thing you wear to work. Your whole chat revolves around reliving the glory days of your high school, private high school, may I add. You also buy them maybe one size too small, just because you want to flex that you've been at the gym. You know what I mean? You don't see an oversized these days. You just see them a bit too tight. They're the types of blokes who say, we'll put a pin on that, and they think they're the Wolf of Wall Street because they have access to the Bloomberg terminal. They usually work in finance at a job that their daddy has given them. And to be honest, their whole purpose in life is to become corporately enslaved just to make as much money as possible so they can fund their lifestyle.
Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate.
Yeah, because if you're wearing a Ralph Lauren shirt, you're wearing it with a purpose because it doesn't really go with like a suit, right? Because there's a little logo. So you're wearing it because you purposely want to wear that one. And in everything he said, those are the attributes.
So you own a couple of those.
Actually, I don't think any of mine fit me anymore.
Too small. One size too small.
Way too, couple 3 or 4 sizes too small.
What's the attire? Because I don't know this, right? I work in tech. I advocate everyone. I'm trying to get mine into tech right now. There's no shirts. Shirts don't exist. So what are you wearing? Are you just wearing a plain white t-shirt, white shirt?
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I will say, I reckon the Ralph Lauren is the people who want to be in finance. I feel like the proper people in finance are wearing brands you probably never even heard of, like cashmere silk white shirts. Like no one's wearing Ralph Lauren shirts with a suit, to your point. Everyone's wearing like white or like blue, light blue, like just solid color. Like a Van Heusen, essentially. Yeah. Like that sort of
5
gear.
tiers above.
Yeah. What is the 5 tiers as well? I don't
like
know.
even above like an MJ Bale, like even further above that.
Not our tax bracket.
Yeah, not in our tax. Even above Peter Jackson, like well above our tax bracket.
Above Tarakash? Connor?
On par. YD.
YD levels. All
Yeah,
right.
the outfits, like the shirt, the chinos, the boots, I feel.
That's a Friday look. Monday to Thursday, it's the full suit.
But are you chucking a tie? No, I see those blokes
It's
with...
just jacket.
Just
Jacket,
jacket.
no tie.
Yeah.
Unless you're meeting a client, then it's you got to get the tie on.
Dare I suggest, I feel like the boots, the Iron Williams, whatever, classic, right? That shows your status. Dare I suggest the ties these days people are wearing
If you
are the status symbol.
Ties are a if you know kind of thing. Like you got to have ball knowledge to know your ties. And I know a few people who like buy $200-$300 ties.
What?
Man, I'm going to politics and I'm buying a $20-$30 one and calling it a day.
Have you moved on from the skinny ties?
Oh yeah, dude, I loved a skinny tie back in the day. Nah, I've well moved on past.
How thick is your tie?
Not the big daddy.
How girthy is your tie?
not the big one. It's in between the skinny and like the big fat ones
So
that
the
you
meds.
see. Yeah, like the normal ones.
I've got into the fatties.
Really?
Yeah.
That's that Kush is clipping that part.
What a mad
You know that the start of the episode when you hear the doo 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 doo, and then it's just gonna go to Rose saying, "I love the fatties."
He's getting into them.
Oh, sorry, you're getting into the fatties.
Because the thing is, ties I place no value on. And the only time I wear a tie is when I go to a wedding. And so I go to Vinnie's and I have a look at the local selection and all they have is fatties. So
Because people give them away because no one wants to wear them anymore.
No, but the fat ties actually look pretty baller. I'm not going to lie.
Nah, you've lost me there.
Seriously?
Nah, I hate
Old
the fat
money
tie.
type vibe, no? With
Yeah.
big ties?
And when you do like a nice double Windsor, chuck on
Double
the fatty
Windsor for
tie.
sure. Yeah. No, not a
beautiful.
half Windsor.
No, I'm a double man.
Double
myself.
Windsor. Nah, you can't do the fatties.
All right, that brings us to the end of today's segment. Let us know if there's any categories you want to see and if you agree or disagree with some of the stereotypes or the claims we've put on these items.
Alrighty, that brings us to the end of a fantastic episode, I must say. Let us know if you want us to stop talking about Talk Tour.
Us.
There's no guarantee that will happen.
It's you, bro.
I am obsessed. One day I will be on Talk Tour. And
Have you listened to an episode?
No, genuinely not.
How about we listen to an episode and genuinely evaluate it next week?
Should we review it? Let's review Talk Tour next
Zanny,
week.
give me your best hock tool.
Talk Tour.
And then you get a couple of laughs and then
Yeah,
job done.
that's it. We're
I'm being
millionaires.
serious. I'll listen to an episode.
That is a great idea. Let's review Talk Tour.
Yeah, I'll get a lunchly. I'll listen to KSI's new tune and then we'll watch hock tool.
And then let us also know if you want us to stop talking about the scalp buffer.
I don't think we can contractually stop talking
That is
about
true.
it.
Great
That is
product.
true.
It's a great
You
product.
can tell us to stop talking about it, whether we will listen or not, to be determined.
Just buy it and then you'll know how good it is. Catch our other episodes on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Watch our full episodes on YouTube. They're all there in all its glory. Give us a follow on Instagram and TikTok and we'll catch you next week.